This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? I greatly appreciate it. Come on in, make yourself at home. You know the routine. This week takes me to Salvation Army in North Tampa, out in that area. Found some bangers, found an out of print 20th Century Fox animated Blu-ray. Have this nice little box set. Actually went to Cash America, my weekly pawn shop stop. Got 3 movies there for free. One is actually a Shout Factory Blu-ray. Have my classic pick for the week. Matter of fact, this is a Shakespearean classic. So for you movie snobs, have something for you also, or movie elites, maybe that's a better term. So I have some bangers in here. But before I get into what I picked up, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either physical media, streaming on the Fire Stick, or actually live in the theater with my family. And the first 3 are going to be physical media. The last one's going to be a Netflix pick. First 2 I actually picked up at Cash American, this big Blu-ray, one of the biggest pickups I had of the year. But I'm going to kick it off with the 2011 action family film Knockout. This was directed by Ann Wheeler, produced by Tara Cowell-Plain, written by Evan Jacobs. This stars Steve Stone Cold Austin, Daniel Magder, Janet Kidder, Emma Grabinski, Jaron Brant Bartlett. And the plot behind this: outsider and new kid Matthew desperately wants to join his high school boxing team, but resident bully and boxing champion Hector stands in his way. Matthew finds an unlikely ally in Dan, the school janitor, played by Steve Austin, and one-time amateur boxer. Together, they train for the biggest boxing match of Matthew's life and discover what it truly means to be a winner. And it's Steve Austin, so it's not going to be these great acting moments as Steve Austin from wrestling, though, but he does a decent job. It's a fun movie. It's a underdog movie. So if you like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he's not a bad actor. I'm not gonna totally smash him. He's not, I've seen worse. He's not a great actor, but he's entertaining. The movie's entertaining. It's very family oriented with the strong underdog undertone to it. It's not even undertone, it's an underdog movie, period. So if you like underdog family movies, you like Stone Cold, definitely check out Knockout. My next pick, another Steve Austin film. This is the 2009 action drama Damage. This was directed by Jeff King, produced by Tim Brown, written by Frank Hanna. Stars Steve Stone Cold Austin, Walton Goggins, Laura Vandervoort, Donnelly Rhodes, and Carlos Joe Costa. The plot behind this: an ex-con battles it out in the cage to pay for the operation that would save the daughter of his victim. Along the way, he finds fatherly love and friendship in the most unlikely of places. And essentially, this is the plot of Jean-Claude Van Damme's Lionheart. Pretty much same plot, except it's street fighting, and he fights his way up to the championships. Very corny though, but entertaining. Walton Goggins, I give him props. I think he kind of saved the movie as far as an acting point of view. Walton Goggins is a really great actor. He's done stuff with The Shield, not Out for Justice, I think, the television show. I'm probably not naming the right television show though, but he's been in a lot of really good movies or really good television shows. So I think he saved as far as the acting aspect of it though. But again, it's a plot to Lionheart though. Fun action, fun fight scene. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check out Damage. My next movie is a 1978 action adventure drama, Two Warriors. This is directed by Sammo Hung Kambo, aka Sammo Hung, produced by Raymond Chow, written by An Zeto. This stars Ka Yan Leong, Sammo Hung Kambo, Chia Young Lu, Huai Yi Chen, and this next name, I'm not joking, Casanova Wong. Yes, that's his name, Casanova Wong. I can see his father is like, yes, this is Chi, this is Samu, and the dark curly haired one, that's Casanova. But the plot behind this, an attempt to save his village from being taken over by brutes. Hua is beaten to a pulp. Determined to take revenge, Hua learns the art of Wing Chun and enters into a showdown with the nasty villains. And this started out a little slow for me, but Sammo Hung is a pretty decent director as well as a great martial artist. So he starts it out slow. The fight scenes are very very kind of robotic and mechanic, though. But as the movie progresses and the protagonist or the main character sharpens his craft in Wing Chun, you're seeing the movements get a little bit more fluid. Sammo Hung has a great kind of a finale fight scene. You really see how nimble and athletic he is, very acrobatic, great martial artist, especially for his size. He's not the kind of chiseled body. He's a little bit on the portly side, but does a great job. Great action, great fun movie. It goes with the tradition of people jumping up, on top of trees, that type of level, kicking people through doors. You have the old martial artist with a great beard that's pretty much kicking everyone's ass. So it's that old traditional kind of kung fu movie. So definitely check out Sammo Hung and Two Warriors. My last film is something I actually watched on Netflix. This is the 2020 American action superhero film, The Old Guard. This is directed by Gina Prince. Now, I don't know if her last name is pronounced Bythewood, Bythewood, or By the Wood. So I like By the Wood. That sounds cooler, though. But Gina Prince, By the Wood, directed it. Based on the story by The Old Guard by Greg Rucka and Leonardo Fernandez, produced by David Ellison. This stars Charlize Theron, Kiki Lane, Marwan Kenzari, Luca Marinelli, Harry Melling, Veronica Ingo, Matthias Schoenaerts, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. I always kill that man's name. The plot behind this: Andy, Booker, Joe, and Nick are mercenaries. They accept a job to rescue a group of kidnapped girls in South Sudan, breaking their rule of never working for the same employer twice. The mission proves to go not as planned. And I don't want to give any more details than that. The movie actually has a little bit of a supernatural sci-fi spin to it, which I didn't know watching it. This came out in 2020. I didn't watch it when it came out on Netflix because I think that was right around the time I might have seen, I think, Atomic Blonde. And I really didn't care for Atomic Blonde. I really do like action heroine movies like Pam Grier and Coffee, Angelina Jolie, any Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman. So if it's done very well, good action, well choreographed, I like heroine action movies. So Atomic Blonde didn't care for. Old Guard, something completely different. And again, I'm not gonna give you spoilers away though. Again, I like the supernatural aspect to it though, but even the fight scenes were choreographed, in my opinion, a lot better. Nice fight scenes, good action, and a little bit of a twist. And the reason why I initially watched it, because they're coming out with The Guard 2, which comes out July 2nd. So after watching Old Guard, I'm looking forward to Old Guard 2. I'm hoping it's going to be as good or better than the original. Now, that's what I watched for the week. Without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. I have my picks up here from Salvation Army. I have 3 picks from my normal Honey Hold Cash America. Actually, last time I went, I picked out 3 movies, take them up to the counter. The lovely lady at the counter says, these are on me, so these were actually free. I have my Kino Lorber pick for the week, my 3D pick for the week, and a classic pick that I actually got from Salvation Army. So, have some bangers in here. Let me get these scanned in. We'll jump right into it. Hold on. I'm going to jump right into it and kick it off with what I picked up for free at Cash America. Going to kick it off with A Good Night to Die. For some reason, I thought I had a copy of this, either VHS or a burned copy, but I didn't. I've seen this a long time ago. You have Michael Rappaport, who I'm not a big fan of, Robin Givens, Ralph Macchio from The Karate Kid. This is like an action crime film. Robin Givens, Ralph Macchio. I've seen him, but I don't know his name. This is a DEJ Productions. A Good Night to Die. Looks like this might have been like a, I don't know if this comes off or not. I'll mess with that later. A Good Night to Die. Next, Time Cop 2 with Jason Scott Lee from Dragon. Open this up here. Oh yeah, got my Wesley Snipes, aka my Johnny Blade, the real Blade, my Billy Bob Thornton, my Sling Blade there. And I couldn't scan this in because they cut the barcode. I hate when they do that. Let's see if I can get this open. Got that old school case. You break the seal here. Okay, broke the seal. Time Cop 2. This is a Universal release. This is a sequel to the Jean-Claude Van Damme Time Cop. I don't think they have a Blu-ray for this. I believe I have a burnt copy of this, so happy to get the DVD. Time Cop 2 Universal. And lastly, for free, Elizabeth Harvest. And I saw this streaming a while ago. This is a Scream Factory release. So a Scream Factory release for free. You can't even get that at Dollar Tree. So, you know, I'm still balling here. So these 3 movies from Cash America for free. Now, let's jump into what I picked up at the Salvation Army here. Going to kick it off with some Tupac Shakur. Tupac Versus. This is an Xenon release. They used to release a lot of the low-budget black exploitation VHS tapes. So, and I had a burnt copy of this old Blockbuster release, so happy to upgrade to the DVD. Tupac. Again, a phenomenal poet, lyricist, actor, taken from us way too early. So we got Tupac here. Next, we have the Def Jam 1 and 2 plus bonus disc, the Outrageous Original Series. And I have several of these individually. First box set here. First one you have with Martin Lawrence, featuring Dave Chappelle, D.L. Hughley, Chris Tucker from Friday, Smokey. That's Chris Tucker right there. I think that's a young DL. That's a young Dave Chappelle. This is Volume 1. See Volume 2 here. James Hanna, Arnez J, Rich Voss. You have Steve Harvey hosting. This is volume 2. And you have the bonus disc hosted by Jamie Foxx, Corey Holcomb, who I just watched on The Wedding Ringer, Barbara Carlisle, and Affion Crockett, I believe. Yeah, I think that's Affion Crockett. Young Corey Holcomb. Bonus disc. And the little box set here. A little flimsy though, but still great pickup, great bargain here. Def Jam. Next, we have Batman the movie, DC Superheroes Unite. I thought I had the Batman Lego Blu-ray, but I think this is, well, it is slightly different because I looked it up. And this is an HBO release. This is a Warner Brothers release. You have the Blu-ray and the DVD, Batman the movie. Next, we have an out-of-print Blu-ray animation with the voices of William H. Macy, Rob Reiner, Raven Simone from The Cosby, and Whoopi Goldberg from The View. This is a 20th Century Fox release. This is out of print. Everyone's Hero. And second to the last one that I purchased from Salvation Army, The Shack. I've heard a lot about this. Heard it was a really good movie. Haven't seen this before. Sam Worthington, Octavia Spencer, Tim McGraw, The Shack. And this is a Summit release. I want to say this is part of Lionsgate. I'm not positive though. I guess it's just some. Is there a Lionsgate in there somewhere? I don't know. It looks like a Lionsgate release, but it says Summit. The Shack, and Summit might be a subsidiary of Lionsgate. I'm not really positive about that. The Shack, the slip cover in here, matching art, and my classic DVD or pick for the week, which I also got from Salvation Army, Lawrence Fishburne, Irene Jacob, Kenneth Branagh, Othello. This is Lawrence at his best doing Shakespeare. I really believe Lawrence Fishburne should be a bigger actor than what he is, because he's a thespian. He can act on Broadway, act in the theater, has a fabulous book of movies. So Warner Brothers release. This is the old snapcase, Othello. And for these at the Salvation Army, I paid a whopping $12.94. So the Def Jam case was $3. Everything else was $2. So you cannot beat that. My Kino Lorber pick for the week, and I spoke about this on one of the movies I watched for the week, Sho Kosugi, Rage of Honor. This is an 80s ninja film. Kino Lorber. Have the nice slip cover, matching art, the standard Kino Lorber spine, and the standard Kino Lorber disc, Rage of Honor. And my 3D pick for the week, Scar in 3D. Now I know there's another Scar with the same movie though, but it has the red and blue glasses. This is the real Blu-ray, the real 3D. So happy to get this. I believe it's region B though, but still the 3D is legit. So these are my Salvation Army pawn shop picks for the week. If you're familiar with the channel, this is where I separate the art from the disc and the plastic so I can make room. We'll see which one of these, if any of these make the shelves. So let me get you situated and get you good people on your way. Hold on. I have almost everything everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. Time Cop 2 because the barcode was cut, didn't scan in. But CLZ Movies app, C is in Cabin Boy, L is in Lady Hawk, Z is in Zombie Invasion. Let's knock this out. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made this far in the video, smash a like. Give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go and subscribe. Make sure you check out my Saturday video for my collection video. You'll love those. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone, please be safe. Deuces.